Hydrogen peroxide fuel, the chemical that killed 118 men. Extremely unstable. Russia kept...
August 12, 2000. The pride of the Russian Northern Fleet lies broken on the seafloor. 118... The Kursk, named for the greatest tank battle in history, an Oscar II class submarine, 150 brittle, 24,000 tons submerged, double-hulled for survivability, 2 nuclear reactors, designed to...
Captain Gennady Lyachin, 45 years old, experienced, respected.
August 10, 2002, Kursk departed Vidyayevo for what should have been a routine exercise. The torpedo room carried a mixed loadout overs, including Type 65-76A kit torpedoes. The Type 65, a monster torpedo, 650 millimeters in diameter, powered by high-test peroxide.
High-test peroxide, 85% concentration hydrogen peroxide. In contact with contaminants, it decomposes explosively. The British abandoned it after.
In the torpedo room, the crew prepared for launch. Standard procedures practiced countless times. But once...
The torpedo's hydrogen peroxide had degraded. Contamination from a faulty weld was reacting with the fuel. Pressure building. Heat increasing.
11:28:20 first explosion. The hydrogen peroxide detonated inside the torpedo tube.
Norwegian seismic stations detected the blast. 1.5.
In the forward compartments, hell, fire, flooding, the screams of injured men. The crew fought to contain the disaster.
The second explosion.
The blast tore through the forward section. The first 3 compartments, torpedo room, sonar, crew quarters, destroyed in an instant. The bow was gone, torn open like paper. Water rushing in at thousands of gallons per second. The Kursk.
The nuclear reactors shut down automatically, Teely. Safety systems functioning as designed. No nuclear disaster.
The Kursk sank in less than 2 minutes. 154 meters of submarine plunging 107 meters to the seafloor.
In the aft compartments, survivors. Men who had been beyond the blast zone, protected by watertight doors. The situation was desperate. Power gone, lights failing.
Kolesnikov wrote in the darkness. 13, all past 15.
They waited. They hoped. They believed the Russian Navy would come for them.
On the surface, the fleet continued exercises. The Kursk had missed scheduled communications, but no one raised alarm.
Hours after the explosions, concern finally grew.
The search began late on August 12th. Ships combing the exercise area, sonar searching the depths.
August 13th crust, the Kursk was located, lying on the seafloor at 107 meters depth.
The damage was catastrophic. The entire forward section destroyed, but the aft compartments appeared intact, tapping sounds from the hull the distinctive rhythm of SOF. Survivors were signaling. At least some of the crew was alive.
Rescue submarines, Priz and Vester deployed. Russian deep-sea rescue vehicles, designed for exactly this situation.
The Priz attempted to dock with Kursk's aft escape hatch. Again and again. The current was strong. Equipment failed, batteries drained, cables tangled. Years of underfunding and neglect now exist.
Norway and Britain offered help immediately. They had better equipment, experienced crews. Russia refused.
The Russian Navy claimed a collision with a foreign submarine, blamed NATO, denied the severity, misinformation while men...
Families gathered at Vidyayevo, desperate for information.
wives, mothers, children waiting for any...
Inside the ninth compartment, conditions deteriorated. Oxygen generators exhausted. The air growing thin, cold, poisonous with... The final hours. Cold seeping in. Oxygen failing. Some men may have survived until August 13th. Norwegian divers arrived within hours of acceptance. Professional, equipped, experienced. What they would find would confirm what the world already feared. August 21st to date, Norwegian divers opened the aft escape hatch. The ninth compartment was flooded. There were no survivors.
All 118 men confirmed dead. Some killed instantly in the explosions. Some killed by the...
The world reacted with grief and anger. Grief for the lost sailors, anger at Russia's delay in accepting help.
Russian public anger exploded! Mothers screaming at officials! Citizens demanding answers!
Investigation began immediately. What caused the explosion? Could the men have been saved? Who was responsible? Russia and the world demanded answers.
Plans developed to raise the Kursk. A massive salvage operation, unprecedented in scale. The submarine at
Dutch salvage companies Mammoet and Smit International won the contract. The expertise Russia lacked, purchased from abroad. The same international help refused during the rescue.
The destroyed bow was cut away first, too damaged to lift safely. The forward section, where most men died.
October 2001, 14 months after the disaster, the Kursk rose from the seafloor. Giant pontoon.
Kolesnikov's note was found in his pocket. His final words read around the world. There is no need to be desperate.
Forensic examination revealed the truth. Some survivors had lived for at least 6 to 8 hours after the explosions.
Evidence of fire in the ninth compartment. The survivors' final struggle held him. Perhaps an oxygen generator malfunction, perhaps...
The official conclusion. Hydrogen peroxide leak in torpedo number 1. The unstable fuel had decomposed, detonated. The Type 65 torpedo's design was inherently dangerous. Hydrogen peroxide propulsion, known to be unstable. The investigation revealed systemic failures, inadequate maintenance, budget cuts affecting safety, inspection protocols ignored. The torpedo that killed the Kursk should never have been loaded.
Russia's rescue capabilities were assessed. Equipment decades old, maintenance depleted.
Political fallout followed. Admiral Vyacheslav Popov, Northern Fleet Commander, forced to retire.
Russian media, still relatively free in 2000, criticized the government harshly. NTV's coverage particularly aggressive.
The widows spoke of their loss. 118 families shattered.
Memorials rose in Murmansk and Vidyayevo. The submarine's sail preserved as monument, names inscribed in stone. At Vidyayevo, where the Kursk sailed from, the memorial stands. Families visit, flowers laid.
The Church of All Saints of the Russian Navy remembers all who serve and sacrifice at sea. The Kursk...
Reforms followed on paper. Improved escape systems, better rescue equipment, enhanced safety protocols. New rescue equipment was procured. The embarrassment of failure driving investment. Russia's deep-sea rescue capability modernized and is too late for the Kursk's crew. International submarine rescue agreements improved. NATO and Russia establishing communication protocols. The Kursk proving that undersea rescue transcends political rivalry. Merlovos is Merlokon, the International Submarine Escape and Rescue Liaison Office Sklopolis, expanded its role. Coordination between navies.
Families received compensation, apartments, pensions, support, money that could never replace their loss.
The children of the Kursk grew up without their fathers. Now adults, they carry the memory. Sons and daughters. The submarine service is a brotherhood. Men who share risks civilians cannot imagine. The Kursk's lost.
The U.S. Navy reacted with professional grief. Submarine brothers despite political rivalry. American
submariners remembered their own losses. USS Scorpion, 1968, 99 men lost.
Submarine escape training intensified worldwide. Every submariner learning the lessons written in blood aboard the Kursk.
Escape technology advanced. Better escape pods, improved survival suits, more reliable rescue vehicles. The Kursk.
Every August 12th, commemorations occur. At Vidyayevo, at memorials across Russia, wherever.
2020 marked 20 years. A generation born since that August day. But for the
films, documentaries, books told the Kursk story to new generations. Kursk in 2018 bringing the
questions remain. Could the men have been saved with faster response? Were there more survivors than officially acknowledged? Did Russia secretly kill men who might have lived? Analysis suggests, with immediate response, survivors might have been reached. Norwegian divers docked in hours when finally allowed.
Systemic failures cascaded, poor maintenance, dangerous weapons, inadequate rescue capability, pride preventing help, each failure building on the last. The Kursk a symptom of larger disease.
The 1990s had devastated Russian military capability. Budgets slashed, maintenance deferred, expertise lost.
118 men. 118 stories ended.
Captain Lyachin was posthumously named Hero of Russia. The entire crew recognized for their service. Honors that could not return them to their families.
Each man had a story. The sailor who had just become a father. The officer planning his wedding. The conscript counting.
The bow section remains on the seafloor. An underwater grave for those whose remains were never recovered. The Barents Sea keeping them forever.
Every Navy studies the Kursk. The lessons transcending nationality. Dangerous propellants. Rescue readiness.
Vigilance. The world moved away from HTP propulsion. The fuel that had killed repeatedly, finally abandoned widely. Safety readiness became priority. Equipment maintained, crews trained, international cooperation established. The Kursk proving that rescue capability is not optional. The Kursk taught a brutal lesson. Accepting help is not weakness. When lives hang in balance, pride kills.
Secrecy cost lives. Misinformation delayed rescue. Transparency might have brought help faster, might have saved men. The information age making secrets deadlier.
The Russian submarine fleet continues. New boats launched, capabilities restored. The Kursk's lessons supposedly incorporate.
Oscar II class submarines remain in service. The Kursk sisters still sailing, still carrying cruise missiles. The class continues.
The families live with loss, widows who never remarried, children who became parents themselves.
The Kursk remains Russia's worst submarine disaster. Worse than K-19.
Submariners respect each other across national lines. The danger shared, the skills similar, the losses understood.
Annual ceremonies honor the Kursk crew. Officials speaking, families grieving, wreaths laid. Ritual remembrance maintaining memory as years pass.
The Barents Sea continues unchanged. Cold, dark, indifferent to human tragedy.
Kolesnikov's note is preserved. His words in darkness now displayed in light. A young officer's message.
The entire crew received Hero of Russia. Every man honored, every sacrifice acknowledged.
The official investigation concluded. Torpedo fuel explosion, chain reaction, catastrophic destruction, mechanical failures.
Accountability remained disputed. Some officers disciplined, careers ended. But for many families, justice was never served.
The Kursk's final voyage too, towed to dry dock, the submarine coming home. Not in triumph, but in tragedy.
In dry dock, the full damage became visible. The destroyed bow, the flooded compartments, the evidence of explosion.
The Kursk was officially decommissioned, struck from Navy rolls. The submarine that was meant to serve decades.
Eventually, the Kursk was scrapped, her steel recycled, her components disposed. Only the sail preserved as memorial.
The sail stands preserved at Murmansk, the most recognizable part of the submarine, now permanent monument. 118 names inscribed, each man named, each life acknowledged. Not statistics, but individuals.
Wreaths are laid at anniversaries and other occasions.
Flowers against cold stone. Temporary beauty honoring permanent loss.
Children visit, learning of tragedy they never witnessed. History taught at memorials. Future generations understanding.
Submarine veterans visit, honoring fallen comrades. Men who understand the risks, who have felt the depths.
International visitors pay respects. Tragedy transcending borders, loss understood universally. The Kursk belonging to maritime history, not just Russian.
Orthodox services remember the crew. Candles lit, prayers offered, souls commemorated. Faith providing comfort where answers fail.
Museums preserve Kursk artifacts. Objects from the submarine, personal effects, documented history. Physical memory of those who served.
Educational programs teach the Kursk disaster. Naval academies, submarine schools, safety training. Each generation learning from the tragedy.
Never forget the commitment made to the Kursk's crew, that their deaths would not be meaningless.
Why do such tragedies happen?
To all submariners who risk their lives in the depths, the Kursk's crew amongst
the ocean's depths, accurate, unforgiving, unyielding, uncaring.
107 meters, not impede. Men impossibly deep depths.
The survivors' hours, waiting in darkness, cold, diminishing oxygen, hoping. The notes survive as testament. Human beings facing death with dignity, with organization.
What remains? Memorials, memories, lessons, safety improvements, international cooperation, training enhancements.
The family's journey theme, from hope to despair to grief to a kind of acceptance. A journey no.
The Russian Navy continues submarine operations. Men still serving in the depths, families still waiting at home. The mission continuing despite the losses. Submarine fleets require constant investment, maintenance, training. The cost of readiness. The Kursk proving what happens when that investment fails.
Political will matters. Leaders who prioritize safety, who accept help, who value lives over pride.
The Kursk a lesson in leadership failure.
Transparency saves lives. Honest communication, admitting limitations, requesting help. The opposite of what happened with the Kursk. International frameworks developed. Submarine rescue agreements, communication protocols, mutual aid commitments. The
submarines are ultimately about people. Men who serve, families who wait, communities who care.
The Kursk disaster.
Lessons learned. Dangerous technologies require vigilance. Rescue capability is not optional.
The submarine community worldwide honors the Kursk. Fellow mariners understanding the dangers, the isolation.
August 12, 2000 began like any other day. Men ate breakfast, prepared for exercises, thought of home. The waiting. Hours in darkness, cold seeping in, oxygen fading.
The final moments, cold, darkness, failing air. Men who had served their country, dying because their... Time passes. Years become decades. But memory remains. The Kursk not forgotten. Part of the Kursk remains on the seafloor forever. An eternal resting place in the cold depths. The Barents Sea keeping her secrets.
The living remember. Families honor their lost. The nation recalls its failure. Memory as obligation. Remembrance as duty.
There is no need to be desperate. Kolesnikov's final message. Hope offered from a dying man to the living.
Sunset at the memorial. Another day ending. The cycle continuing as it has since August 12, 2000. Candles are lit against the darkness. Small flames honoring 118 lives. Light persisting in memory of those lost to the deep.
Names are read aloud. Each man named, each life acknowledged.
118 names.
The waves continue. The ocean that claimed the Kursk keeps moving, keeps taking.
August 12, 2000, the Kursk died. The day that died.